Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. I think we have participants from all different geographical locations, so thank you so much for joining us. This webinar is called From eLearning to AI, Smart Use of Tech for Law Enforcement Training. We're going to be exploring how tech can enhance training and professional development for law enforcement. And we have three experts from the Basel Institute on Governance. I will introduce them in a minute. They will be sharing insights on self-paced e-learning, which is an area where Basel has already developed a lot of experience and a track record. We'll speak about blended learning, where tech and self-paced is combined with instructor-led training. And we'll also, of course, talk about AI and what uses AI can have for training. So we are providing this webinar in support of the EU Horizon-funded FALCON project, which showcases technological tools and best practices to aid the fight against large-scale corruption and organized crime networks. So we have three stellar presenters for this webinar. Jacopo Costa, he's a senior specialist at the Basel Institute in the Prevention, Research and Innovation team. He's involved in various research activities for different topics relevant to the fight against corruption, including informal networks, illicit trafficking, money laundering. His research has been published extensively in renowned academic journals, such as Governance, Global Crime, Trends in Organized Crime, and Crime Law and Social Change. Peter Huppertz is our head of IT and e-learning here at the Basel Institute. He's responsible for strategic and operational management of the Basel Institute's IT unit, which covers e-learning, websites, visual design, IT support, and other related products and services. He plans and develops e-learning courses in cooperation with internal and external experts. He managed the development of the Basel Learn platform, and you will, of course, hear a lot about this in this webinar, and the Basel Open Intelligence tool, and is responsible for the IT-related development of the Basel AML Index. And then last but not least, Thierry Ravalomanda, he is the head of training here at the Basel Institute's International Center for Asset Recovery. In his role, he oversees, coordinates, and delivers technical training programs in financial investigations and asset recovery for developing and transition countries. He's originally a judicial officer from Madagascar. He has a stellar background. He was first appointed Deputy Public Prosecutor in the First Instance Court of Antananarivo and specialized in anti-corruption by joining the newly formed Anti-Corruption Judiciary Unit. He has been in charge of the investigation and prosecution of large-scale corruption cases and other economic and financial crimes. And he, after 5 years of working as a prosecutor, he was appointed as the head of the legal department of the Financial Intelligence Unit of Madagascar. He has led a team of analysts and intelligence officers, conducted gathering of information and intelligence analysis to unveil money laundering and terrorist financing activities. So he has been personally in charge in the analysis of very complex and sensitive cases. We are really lucky to have Thierry in our team. So you are in for a treat from these three experts. So before we get started, and I didn't introduce myself, sorry, my name is Claudia Baez Camargo. I'm the Director of Prevention, Research and Innovation here at the Basel Institute, and I'm very happy to be moderating this webinar. Just a couple of things before we get started, just to let everybody know that this webinar is being recorded. And then to let you know that we will be sharing a questionnaire towards the end of the webinar. We are really, really interested in having your feedback and thoughts about the usefulness of the content that we'll be sharing and any other thing that you might want to share with us. So I'm going to start by handing over to Jacopo. He's going to talk about the FALCON project. And without any more ado, over to you, Jacopo.
Many thanks, Claudia, for the introduction, and good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us for this webinar. It's really a pleasure to have you all here. And I will start just giving you some coordinate, some indication and a map, basically, of the why we are doing this webinar and the context. So as Claudia was explaining right now, basically we are part of a broad consortium that is called FALCON. Is an European Horizon project. This is an acronym meaning basically fighting corruption and organized crime. It's a 3 years project. The aim is basically to increase the effectiveness of the fight against corruption. We are a broad range of partners, coming more than 26 partners from 15 different European countries. As I was saying before, the time horizon is along 3 years. And, the consortium is made by different types of actors or law enforcement agency, social science and humanities, technological and technical partner, and so far and so on. We have different objectives. So the FALCON project has different objective. One of them is the analysis of the corruption landscape. So we try to analyze basically the modus operandi, the international dimension, the impacts and cost of different types of corruption. Basically, this is the first goal of this project. Then we have like the idea of improving and implementing data acquisition and analytical tools, developing risk assessment, investigation, decision to support tools, and so far so on till basically the production, the delivery of really policy briefs, lessons learned that can help both European institutions and member states to develop or design, basically digitalized and automatized tools for better fighting corruption. The FALCON project focus, next slide, Tara, please. FALCON projects focus on 4 main domains, types of corruption that we consider as critical. So the first one is public procurement, basically, and probably everyone here knows how relevant this is. Overall, when combined to another domain, we have targeted that it is basically conflict of interest of politically exposed person. Then there are 2 other areas that are a little bit less, targeted by previous experience, previous project. One of them is sanctions circumvention. This is absolutely critical given the world we are living in. And the second one is corruption and corruption schemes at border crossings. So these are the 4 areas and the 4 domains that are central for the FALCON project. Tara, please, next slide. We adopted as FALCON Consortium a sort of multi-actor interdisciplinary approach. Social science and humanities actors have basically made desk and primary research, interview, document analysis, fieldwork, and etc. And the evidence and insights we have collected contribute to create the corruption picture intelligence. That is a sort of description of where we are in terms of corruption mechanisms, illicit dynamics, and etc. So this is setting the baseline of what we are studying. Then we, on the ground of this knowledge, on this know-how that we produce, we identify also data sets and tools that can help us to combine and cross-refer these different data and data sets. So this is basically an iterative and adaptive approach where there is a continuous interaction between social scientists on one side, law enforcement and users on the other, and technical experts that contribute basically to create, to design artificial intelligence or or machine learning tools for moving forward and moving on with the design and the cross-reference of data. Basically, just to give you an information, we have already published a couple of policy briefs, for example. One is on high-level corruption, is an analysis of these schemes, modus operandi, cost, policy recommendation. And the second one is quite in line with the topic presented for this seminar, basically our recommendation for leveraging artificial intelligence in the fight on corruption. In the context of the FALCON project, we have education and training to do, and the webinar that we are leading today is exactly in this direction, and we under this umbrella of as an opportunity to exchange views and opportunities to reduce corruption. So it's a sort of exchange and presentation on the best practices and what we as Basel Institute have developed in the past for moving on with training and etc. etc.